Alright, this is Shienryu, a Sega Saturn and STV shmup from 1997. And even though it's from the later 90s, it's got that like late 80s, early 90s feel to it. It's very much indebted to Toho Plan and kind of the classic style of shoot 'em ups, not so much the newer modern bullet hell style, which is what I've been playing a lot of lately and enjoying actually. It's a very beautiful game. It has beautiful sprites. The music isn't all that great, but that's like the only downside to the presentation and the feel of the game. It's just it's really smooth to play, and there's no visibility issues whatsoever in this. It's just it's got a great look. You'll notice I got a speed up and then a power up item there. You max up your speed with 3 speed up items, and then for power ups, I don't know exactly how many you have to collect, but you want to, in the space below your lives up at the top of the screen, you just want to get to three peace signs, and that's full. And there's rank in this game, and it's quite it increases quite quickly when you start collecting too many items beyond the the base like level of power of max power. So like once you get to max power and max speed, you don't really want to collect more than that. And I just actually let loose a bomb because I read, at this point, a lot of this is just hearsay and myth. There's nothing like super officially documented about this game, but I have gleaned from multiple sources that going over 3 bombs is a permanent and pretty large rank increase, and so I let go of a bomb, and you won't see me go over 3 bombs until like stage 6 of the game, where it's like kind of necessary to have as many bombs as you possibly can. Long story short, it's just good to keep rank low for the beginning half of the game at least. And you also notice I'm picking up these little diodes. Those are point items, and they give you a decent amount when you collect them, and then at the end they're counted up for even more. So whenever you can grab them, do it. Really easy boss here. This lightning weapon that I have, I will keep through the first half of the game, essentially. It's really weak, but it's just really good for screen control, which is kind of the name of the game in the first half. So it's just like you kind of deal with having to slog through boss fights. It just takes really long for things to die in order to have the screen control be where you need it to be. And you also notice there are a ton of items at the end of that stage that you can collect. Doing that is an invitation to make your rank skyrocket. So you just want to like basically avoid everything except for getting maybe yourself max powered up with P items, which is what I did. You can see up there I have 3 Ps now, and that's going to be max power. Anything more, and you're going to see a point value if I pick it up, and like 5,000 points you get for any extra items on top of max, and that means that you're increasing rank every time you collect one of those. So you see the lightning weapon kind of chains across enemies, and which is really neat, except for when it kind of dissipates, and then that's a surprise 1-up item. Just there are extends kind of hidden throughout the game that are, I think, RNG based. They're just essentially luck if they spawn. So that was just a little bit of luck right there, and I think that's honestly pretty cool, and it's rare to see in a shoot 'em up where you're just kind of randomly granted like an extend item, or at least it's rare it hasn't been in very many of the ones I've played. And I think it's just like, I kind of like it that just sometimes Lady Luck can just be on your side and like improve your run for like no real reason, that nothing that you did or whatever. It's kind of I like the element of luck added to it. So I was saying about the lightning that it streaks across the screen. You can see how quickly it handles these like tank enemies and small enemies. if a little bolt kind of hangs around, like you can't shoot another group of bolts until all the ones you've shot before have dissipated. So sometimes you're stuck with like one little bit of lightning kind of careening around the screen, and you're like, man, please let me shoot again. That can be a weakness of this weapon, but for the most part, it's like, I think, the weapon you want for the early part of the game. The other two weapons are a missile weapon and a Vulcan cannon is the red item. Okay. This is substantially more difficult than the first boss. You'll see he starts shooting these pretty quick spreads that you have to take into account while destroying the pieces of him to the left or right. You want to hang out in the middle as much as possible and not get baited too far to the left or right, because you'll see the pattern that he starts releasing once all of his parts are gone. Basically, if you're to the left or right when he starts shooting that, you're toast. It's like, I mean, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to dodge. So be in the middle and you'll be fine. You get extends in this game at 1.5 million and then every 2 million after that. So at 1.5 million, we'll get an extend here very shortly. There it is. And then at 3.5 million, 5.5 million, and so on and so forth. Stage 3 is a water/boat level. I was just thinking about, while playing this, how many stage 3s in games that I've played, in shmups that I've played, are boat levels. I could at least think of Ketsui and Raiden Fighters, and I swear there's another one that I've played recently. And I was just wondering if that's like a thing, like an inside joke or something. Boat levels being third stages. I don't know. Maybe it's just like just random that I noticed it. You'll see I'm still at 3 bombs. Not going to go above 3 bombs for a good while here. And so much of this game is just like, it's aimed bullets. Like there's very little variation to that. And where there is, it's like, it's very well telegraphed. And oh, I got an item above my max by accident, so that's going to increase my rank. And I could be wrong about this. I don't think I am though. Rank and loop 2, all that increases are the speed of bullets. I don't believe the amount of bullets ever increases, but definitely don't quote me on that. That's anecdotal from just my playing the game a lot. Whew, yeah, that was a little hairy. Usually not quite that hairy. I don't know what was going on there. Maybe it's just because they increased rank. But yeah, a lot of aimed bullets, and then like you'll see those ships shoot just straight down, and many times it's just collections of smaller enemies shooting aimed bullets that you can just tap dodge right through, and it's like, it looks really stressful and like a lot is happening, but it's not actually that scary. Worst boss in the game, I think it's just because I have this like super weak, underpowered weapon that this boss takes so freaking long to die. But in my opinion, this is like borderline bad design. Like, I don't think he should take this long to die, even with the least powerful weapon in the game. Just watch this. So he shoots this little lame spread, and then these like dinky split shots that all you have to do is stay still and they'll miss you. And this is what you do. And he shoots one other pattern that's kind of a scary one. I think I have to bomb it the first time because it just sometimes overlaps with the other bullets in a way that makes me nervous. You can kind of tell when he's going to do it because he straightens out all his arms. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I dodged it. You just got to tap dodge away from it. And this is just your life for about 5 minutes, just waiting for this guy to die. If I had the missiles, the yellow weapon, oh, there we go, I just bombed through that one. Or the red Vulcan cannon, I think he'd probably be dead already, but this blue this blue stinks. The power on it, you know, for killing bosses. Oof. There we go. And you'll see you get 5,000 points per bomb at the end of the stage as well. It's good to end up with like 100k or so at the end of the stage, or at least I considered that good from my like little diode pickups. Okay, stage 4. This guy who's coming up this track here, the red box, you just kind of want to be in one, in the location that I was, which is sort of like a quarter of the way across the screen on either side to dodge his first spread attack, and then he's relatively easy. I bombed just to be safe because I knew I just get another one coming up right there. Still haven't gone over 3 bombs. You really want to kind of stay in the middle here. Don't get baited to either side because there's kind of 2 groups of enemies split across the screen, and if you go heavy to one side, the other one will overwhelm you with fire. Stay just dead in front of this guy when he drops down, and you'll kill him easy. Boom. Now this is one part I never really felt super confident about, leading these guys' shots. I usually just have to bomb once in that section. There's just a lot of big dudes shooting not aimed bullets, and it's sort of dicey, and it was tough for me to no bomb it. But otherwise, the stage is pretty easy. Other than that section, there's nothing crazy. Okay, this boss coming up is tough. He first starts out as this big ship, and he'll immediately start shooting little bullets at you. And I just kind of hang out right here so my fire hits him, my lightning, and then dodge. Ooh, those are fast. Those are coming faster than I'm used to because of the rank increase. And so then the spread comes once his burners are fully visible and he's fully up the screen. You just want to go down below again, because if you're to the side, the spread shot will easily kill you. And then it's tap dodging to the left and right, essentially, and just leading his aimed stuff, and then micro dodging through the spread. Okay. And now his robot pal comes in and immediately starts hitting you with this craziness. Bomb to be safe, but usually a tap dodging is a safe way to deal with that. I got no more bombs, so hopefully I get through this without dying. I should note that when you die in Shienryu, you go back to a checkpoint during a stage, but during bosses, you don't. You live and immediately get to fight on. So yeah, that one attack is a little tough to. It's very scary at first, but doing a light little tap dodge can make it fairly trivial. And we're up to 5 extends. So a lot of life resources here in this game. Oof. I didn't notice whether I actually got that power up or dodged that power up or not, but I was really trying hard to. These guys, the green ships, come in hot and they start firing immediately, just like straight down and then one aimed, or I don't know if their shots aimed. This guy sucks. I bomb him. One bomb and like a little bit of fire, and he's done. Ooh. Yeah, see, it can start. So this is where it starts getting real in stage 5. It's an 8-stage game. So this is kind of the second half. Okay. Collected another item above max, so more rank. Lots of tap dodging to just stream aimed bullets. Oop, picked up that missile shot, unavoidable because of the movement I had to be doing there. So it's okay. It's not ideal. Screen control is not excellent with this weapon, but we'll make it. I contemplated getting the Vulcan cannon, but I knew this was coming up, and you really want something that homes for this section. Ooh, that seemed lucky to get through those 2 shots. This is a kind of a safe spot. You hang out in the left-hand corner, and if you had lightning, it just rips through those guys. But the homing missiles work too. Back up to 2 bombs, which is good. Ooh, see, the lightning would be so much better here, but I managed to make it through with the yellow shot. And the yellow shot I'm going to keep. And then here, I don't do a great job of showing it here in this particular run. Ooh! See, I bombed there because I'm used to having the red shot here, and everything behaves in a certain way when you have that one. But if you hang out in the middle, long story short, all you have to dodge is those straight down shots from those little tiny circular turrets. The split shots from these yellow enemies will not hit you. So see, I just do the tiniest dodge to the right for the circular turrets, and then you can make it through. Tough boss here. I don't think I actually think maybe I do a good job here. Hard to remember. Let's see. So the thing with this guy is you want the lightning because he's got this kind of like, you can't shoot him in the middle. You have to kind of go outside, and see how that fist will come underneath, and you have to be up on the screen and to the left or right in order to dodge it. And now the left one's gonna do it, so I got scared and just bombed. You can tell when they're gonna do it because they kind of charge up like that. Now the right one's gonna do it again. Okay. But anyway, so you have to hit the ship on the outside of. Ooh, yeah. These are tough dodges. I'm proud of myself for getting through this without dying. If I actually do manage that, this would go so much faster with. Nope, I didn't. Okay, this would go so much faster with the blue lightning. But that's sometimes how it goes. You just get unlucky and you pick up a power-up you didn't want or a weapon you didn't want, and you just roll with it. So yeah, you gotta hit when you have the red or yellow weapons, you have to be on the outside of that guy to break his arms off. You can't really damage him in the middle too much. Which is, of course, the middle is where it's easiest to dodge his attacks. So tough boss. Stage 6 is kind of like a faux boss rush sort of thing. It's like not bosses that you fought before, but it's a collection of like larger ships. Ooh. This is just not good. I just don't like having this weapon right now. And see, I should have the blue weapon, but instead what spawned there is the red weapon. And I'm just very uncomfortable with this. My route depends, yeah, stupid death. Because I'm just not used to not having the lightning for this part. So I bomb there to get rid of that first boss guy, or I guess second if you count the blue ship before him. As you can see, you go back down to 0 power when you die. Fun stuff, fairly common. Okay, we got the lightning. It's not we have the least powerful lightning right now, so that's not ideal. But these patterns look scarier than they are. Tap dodging generally works, but that last one was that last one looks like it was gonna fucking kill me. So let a bomb off. Oh, too bad about this this level being this sloppy, because I really love this level when I can execute it well. It's cool, and I'm just kind of making it. I'm just kind of forcing my way through it. Also, what's cool about this game, or this checkpoints in this game, is the thing that you die to, you often move past in the checkpoint you spawn at. So that's helpful. Okay, this guy's all about macro dodging. So you like macro dodge all of that stuff that he shoots, and then you micro through those non-aimed ones that he shoots down. And there we go, just bomb to be safe. This guy is very easy, kind of a break. It's just the game being like, okay, just chill for a second, and he gives you a 1-up every single time. It's the only guaranteed item extend in the game. So there you go, we're back to 3 lives. And unfortunately, I think I die here again, which I was just really mad at my execution on this level. Gotta lead these cannons and then kind of get around them. When they set their aim, you can just move to the other side. Do I die again? Let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. Dumb. I just hit 5.5 mil though, so I got an extend. At this point, I still have, in my mind, a decent number of lives to go into the last couple stages with, but it's like, it's getting to the point where I don't want to be dying too much more again before the final boss. Okay, misdirect that cannon. I just bombed to make sure I don't die again. Okay. This time I think I decided not to even try and kill. Not to even try and kill those other ones on the other side. Okay, this boss. This boss, when he puts his arms together and does these lasers, I'm gonna bomb. Oh, I didn't bomb. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You wanna go to either the left or right and move up the screen to dodge his attacks. It's not gonna work unless you have a pretty good rhythm going and leading the bullets a certain way. So I just let go of all my bombs just to make sure that I don't waste them. Essentially, I know how to no bomb this guy, but it wasn't going well for me, and I was kind of, still off route on this level, just in terms of my ship power, and I just wasn't feeling it. So just bombing him is a good, if you have the resources, of course, that's a good safe way to go. But the strategy is, yeah, when he puts his arms together, move to the left, like slowly lead the bullets to the left or right, and then move up on the screen to dodge while he's doing this sort of like undodgeable laser shit in the middle. All right, these asteroids they're supposed to have tons of bombs hiding in them. I think it's random. It could be when you destroy every piece of an asteroid you get a bomb. Can't really tell, but I sure did not get as many there as I would have liked. Yeah, okay. And there's more asteroids, and I want there to be tons of B items on the screen right now, because in my practice sometimes it's been like, oh, I can get like 7 or 8 bombs right there, and of course I get nothing. Fucking 0. 3 bombs going into this is not good. So I think I'm going to take another death because you kind of want at least 4 or 5 to get through this next section reliably. It's really hairy. Doing okay. Oh yeah, see, you don't seal. You got to be right on top of something to seal it in this game. It's very dad shmup in that way. It's not gonna give you a break if you're right in front of an enemy, like right up its nose. All right, just keep. Okay, no more bombs. Ooh, I split that. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna call that dumb luck. It's fine. Sometimes you need a little of that. And there you go, we died anyway. That was karma for some lucky ass fucking dodging. At this point, I'm not, this run is not going well. Let's just say that. What you want is to have at least one full life going into the final boss, because you need, or in my strategy for dealing with him, I need a full stock of bombs. And if I lose one more life here, I'm not gonna have that to deal with the boss. So yeah, the goal is to no miss this this boss, which is not an easy thing to do. I don't even remember if I did it. I don't really remember what happens. I think I must have. So this guy, you got to destroy those 2 turrets quick. They're the scariest thing. And then he releases these enemies when the track is, when you can see the track to the left or right. You've got to go over there and kill the enemies that he lets go. When the track is like this, when it's further off the screen, thin on the sides, you don't have to go over there. You can just stay in the middle, and the enemies won't shoot at you because they don't see you, essentially. Okay, and then he releases this kind of like final guy, and he releases all these patterns and crazy shit, but really the name of the game is just to lightly tap dodge through it in one direction or another works. And so yeah, I went into the fucking last boss with no lives. Did I get an extend here? I think okay, so I have 2 bombs. So you get a 3rd bomb at the beginning of stage 8, which is the last boss stage. So 3 bombs is enough to take out one of the last boss's arms, which is my kind of strategy for an easier time surviving him. So there you go. There's 3 bombs, and with the yellow weapon, which has the most powerful bomb. So this is the first stage of the final boss. This guy we've seen before, and it's kind of his last stand. He does the same shit that he did earlier, but faster. And ooh. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go up on the screen. I'm gonna hit this guy's shoulder point blank, and just bomb the shit out of it to destroy it. And 3 of these is going to take care of it. So now instead of getting 2 streams of these kind of that pattern of bullets, I get 1. Look at that. It's awesome that it zooms out of the screen to show the boss, and you're smaller in the screen. I love that. I don't know how to talk through this strategy of this. It's really just about memorizing these patterns and staying relatively close to the middle, because if those tinier bullet spreads get you in the corners, you're owned. And it's just about outlasting this guy. He has a ton of health. Staying in the middle, dodging through this, and then when it zooms out, he does this big green laser, and you just want to be very, very far away from him and circle around him, and then be right to the side of him, and you'll be able to kind of dodge that big spread that he does pretty easily. Okay, so now both of his shoulders are dead, and he's firing just this crazy fast shit, and you just gotta outlast him a little bit longer after this. you'll see that times 2 up there flashing. You see that? So little that's it, by the way. 1-1, woo. Little did I know, I activated a secret scoring mode by having no lives and having the yellow weapon equipped. And when killing that guy, I think I got like 3 or 4 million points because I had a ×2 secret multiplier. And when you have that mode enabled, it disables score extends. So I would have gotten, I think, 3 extends for that fight and been able to like go through the 2-all, or I mean, sorry, go through the second loop. Hope like maybe a decent amount because I would have had a good number of lives. But because when you enter that scoring mode, you can't get extends. Unfortunately, I got nothing, and I just have no resources going into the second loop. So I do think this is on my short list of games that I would go for a 2-all on. I think it's like I really think it's fun, A, and B, I think it's doable. The game gives you so many resources and has a kind of a few secrets that let you get a lot of score and a lot of lives that would be useful in Loop 2. But yeah, so that just to explain a little bit more, it wasn't discovered or it wasn't widely. I mean, I think Plasmo made a tweet about it in 2022 or maybe even just last year about the secret scoring mode in this game. In the Saturn mode, it's enabled from the get-go, but in the arcade, you have to have every single high score line, all 100 of them, filled up with a score of at least 3 million, and only then can you unlock the scoring mode, which again you collect. You have to be at 0 lives, and then you collect the yellow weapon, and then for a minute after a minute you're at ×2, and then after 4 minutes you're at ×4, and then after 8 minutes you're at ×8 or something like that. Check Plasmo's tweet if you want the details, but see, I'm still in ×2 mode right here. And a bomb, letting go of a bomb will reset your multiplier, and getting an extend, I don't even think is possible. But if it did, or if you did somehow, I think it would take you out of the secret score mode. So I am collecting ×2 points here, so that's nice. But in this particular instance, I would have rather had the extends and been able to play more of Loop 2. So that was just sort of like a weird fluke thing that that happened at the end of my run. That had never happened before that. I don't make it very far in this. Do I? I can't remember. I don't think I make it to stage 2. Maybe I did. Stage 10 it would be. So no, I don't think so. Because I think I don't even know what the fuck killed me there. Oh well. Game over. Yeah, so Shienryu. God, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I got some people on Discord to try and help me out, but and that's much appreciated. But yeah, it's a very good game. I think it's not widely scored in Japan anymore because it has an infinite pattern. I don't know which one that is. I think I will try and like score this a little bit and maybe try for a 2-all sometime down the road, or start working on it now. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but Shienryu's cool.